The Mars civilization, what life will look like by the year 3000. In the silent darkness of space, a small red planet waits, not as a threat, not as a mystery, but as a promise. In less than one human lifetime, Earth may no longer be humanity's most important world. A cold, empty desert floating in space, Mars, slowly turning into our next home. By the year 3000, humans won't just visit Mars. They will live there. They will breathe there. Will love there. Children will be born under alien skies. Families will build lives on land that once had no life at all. And vast Martian oceans will shimmer under a blue sky that no human has ever seen before. This isn't science fiction. This isn't fantasy. This is the real roadmap of how humanity could leave Earth and turn a dead planet into a living world. Let's begin the greatest story humanity has ever written. 2030s. The first human footsteps. The year is 2035. A massive spacecraft rises from Earth, built through the combined power of space and NASA, carrying the bravest people in human history. Not tourists, not adventurers, but pioneers. When the first boot touches Martian soil, the dust doesn't just move. History shifts. Waiting for them are robotic-built shelters, 3D printed habitat domes buried beneath layers of Martian rock to shield against deadly radiation and bone-freezing temperatures. Food is no longer grown in open fields. There are no farms, no rivers, no rain. Instead, lab-grown meat and genetically engineered plants grow inside sealed underground tunnels powered by LED suns. Earth food becomes a memory. Mars food becomes survival. The first human chapter on Mars has begun. 2040s. The birth of a Martian society. By 2040, Mars is no longer empty. Dozens turn into hundreds. Humans and intelligent machines begin working side by side. These robots are powered by advanced quantum-assisted processors, capable of repairing walls, cooking meals, and even performing medical checkups. Transparent biodomes rise from the red planet's surface, massive glass-like shields that trap warmth and oxygen. Inside them, agriculture begins. Martian soil is toxic. The air is poison. The cold is lethal. So science rewrites the rules. Artificial trees inhale carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen. Bacteria are genetically redesigned to slowly purify the toxic dust. For the first time, Mars becomes breathable indoors. And for the first time, people stop surviving and start living. 2050s. Life evolves beyond Earth. By 2050, humanity moves deeper underground, into ancient lava tubes carved by volcanic rivers millions of years ago. These tunnels become underground cities, naturally shielded from cosmic radiation and asteroid storms. Then, history shakes the universe. Scientists discover microbial life in Martian soil. Not fossils, not theories, but real, living organisms. Humanity confirms we are not alone. Energy comes from vast solar farms spread across deserts, alongside nuclear fusion reactors that generate near-endless clean power. Hospitals now carry 3D bioprinters that can print skin, blood vessels, internal organs. A medical mistake no longer means death. Back on Earth, billions of people watched the first full-length documentary live-streamed from Mars, and the human race changes psychologically overnight. Mars is no longer a rock, it is a living frontier. 2060s. Humans and machines become one by 2060. Mars stops being a colony. It becomes a laboratory for the future of human evolution. Humans begin merging with super-intelligent AI. Quantum computers model Martian weather, soil chemistry, and potential ecosystems decades into the future. Mars builds its own internet, faster than Earth's, running on quantum cloud networks. Workers wear augmented reality helmets that project survival data directly onto their vision. Oxygen levels, radiation danger zones, and structural weaknesses. Mars creates its own digital currency. Human AI emotional companionship becomes normal. But Mars reminds humanity who is in control. A planet-wide dust storm kills multiple settlers. Visibility goes to zero. Solar power shuts down. Temperatures drop violently. Mars does not forgive mistakes. And yet humanity survives. And something extraordinary happens. The first baby in human history is born on Mars. A true Martian citizen. 2070s. Cities under the red planet. By 2070, Mars has cities. Real cities. Thousands of people live inside massive underground networks. Fusion energy becomes standard. Power becomes unlimited. Artificial intelligence now controls oxygen circulation, water purification, waste recycling, traffic flow, temperature control. Asteroid mining operations bring unimaginable wealth. Rare metals once considered impossible to obtain now flood Martian markets. Entire Martian city-states form their own governance systems. Giant artificial magnetic shields begin forming above major settlements. For the first time, people walk the surface without fear. Mars is still dangerous, but no longer deadly. 2100. the era of mind technology. By 2100, humanity changes forever. People no longer rely on spoken language. Thought replaces sound. Brain-computer interfaces allow direct sharing of emotions, memories, and ideas. Privacy becomes a choice, not a standard. A single human can control thousands of robots just by thinking. Entire construction fleets move like extensions of the mind. Human consciousness can be transferred into robotic bodies using laser-based quantum transmission. A person can leave their biological body and experience Mars through steel hands and artificial eyes. Education disappears as a slow process. You don't study, you upload. Languages, skills, engineering knowledge, and even emotional training can be installed directly into the brain. Mars becomes completely self-sufficient. No more supply ships, no more dependence. A colossal electromagnetic shield is placed between Mars and the Sun, reducing harmful radiation by massive amounts. The planet begins healing. Mars is no longer dying. Mars is awakening, and humanity is awakening with it. 2150 to 2300. Expansion beyond Mars. By the mid-22nd century, Mars is no longer isolated. Underground hyperloop networks connect entire Martian cities, allowing travel across the planet in minutes instead of weeks. Buildings are made of programmable matter, smart structures that reshape themselves based on temperature, pressure, human emotion, and colony population needs. New colonies rise on Phobos and Deimos, Mars' twin moons. These settlements serve as research centers, luxury retreats, and deep space travel ports. Space elevators rise like giant metallic trees into the sky, stretching from the surface toward orbit. Cargo lifts without rockets. People travel without fire. Nanobots flood the atmosphere, slowly breaking carbon dioxide apart and releasing oxygen molecule by molecule. The sky begins to change color. In 2200, Mars declares independence from Earth. No permission, no negotiation. Humanity officially becomes an interplanetary species. Mars becomes a cultural, scientific, and political superpower, a planet born from dust. Earth is no longer the center of civilization. It is only the birthplace. 2500, Mars becomes a world. By 2500, the impossible becomes normal. Rivers begin flowing through valleys that were once dry scars and stone. Rain begins falling from clouds that humanity built. Seas begin forming in massive lowlands as imported ice from distant comets melts into endless blue horizons. Terraforming reaches full planetary strength. Mars is no longer being prepared, it is being reborn. Artificial magnetic fields protect the entire planet, creating a protective armor against solar storms. Forests grow across once barren plains. Grass spreads like a green ocean. Insects evolve. Micro-ecosystems become full food chains. Mars becomes green, blue, alive. What was once a graveyard world becomes a living planet, a miracle written by human hands. 3000, the second Earth. Now we arrive at the year 3000. Humans walk outside with bare skin. No helmets, no tanks, no filters. They breathe freely. The sky above is deep blue. Clouds drift peacefully like Earth's lost twin. Rain touches the soil in slow, steady rhythms. Oceans cover nearly half the planet. Vast coastlines stretch beyond the horizon. Forests stretch for thousands of kilometers, forming ecosystems older than some Earth nations. Rainforests grow near the equator, vibrant, loud, alive with alien-adapted life. Wildlife evolves in isolated island chains. Creatures never seen on Earth swim, crawl, fly, and hunt. People scuba dive in Martian oceans. Children learn to swim in alien waters. Gigantic cities rival Earth's greatest skylines. Mega towers pierce the clouds. Floating districts drift above artificial lakes. And for billions, Mars is not a backup world. It is not a second option. It is not an escape. It is home. Outro. The planet that changed us. Mars is not just a planet. It is humanity's second beginning. A world born from courage, science, and refusal to stay small. When Earth grows old, Mars will still be young. The question is not if we will live there. The question is how soon, and whether you will be one of them. If this vision inspires you, leave a comment below with your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe for more explorations of humanity's next frontiers.